The Minnesota Lynx are WNBA finals bound. The Lynx beat the Connecticut Sun in Game 5 of the WNBA semis 88-77.
The Connecticut Sun's reign of terror is over. After a season of bullying opponents and playing dirty, karma finally caught up with them. The Minnesota Lynx didn't just beat them, they dismantled them, 88-77 in a sweet taste of revenge. But how did it all go down? What led to this epic downfall?
Thank God the Connecticut Sun are done.
The Sun built a reputation as the WNBA's bad girls. Their aggressive playstyle crossed lines, turning games into physical battles. Alyssa Thomas led the charge, her bruising style leaving opponents stunned. DeJounte Carrington wasn't far behind, her questionable moves sparking controversy. Remember that eye poke?
As everyone else has seen this angle.
Or the body check that was never a flagrant?
Take another look here at the heavy contact.
The Sun thought they were unstoppable, but every bully eventually meets their match. And for the Sun, that day was coming faster than they realized. The Lynx were about to teach them a lesson they'd never forget. Before we break it down, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? Let's go.
The Minnesota Lynx defeat the Connecticut Sun. 88-77, that is your final.
The Lynx didn't just teach a lesson, they rewrote the playbook. What secret weapon did Minnesota unleash to take down the Sun's reign of terror? The answer lies in a historic performance that left Connecticut shell-shocked. As the final buzzer echoed through the Target Center, the scoreboard told a tale of sweet revenge. Minnesota Lynx 88, Connecticut Sun 77. But the numbers only scratch the surface of this epic takedown. The Lynx didn't just win, they dismantled the WNBA's most notorious bullies, serving up a dish of karma that was years in the making.
Napheesa Collier was the star of the game as she scored 27 points, had 11 rebounds, and 4 assists.
At the heart of this victory stood Napheesa Collier, a force of nature who refused to be intimidated. With 27 points and 11 rebounds, Collier didn't just dominate, she made history. She became the first player in WNBA history to record at least 25 points and 10 rebounds in 3 consecutive playoff games. But Collier's impact went beyond the stat sheet. As the league's Defensive Player of the Year, she shut down the Suns' offense, turning their aggressive tactics against them. The Lynx's secret weapon, a team-wide commitment to smart, disciplined basketball that exposed the Suns' reliance on physicality. Minnesota forced Connecticut into a staggering 18 turnovers, converting them into 22 points. The Sun, known for their bruising style, found themselves on the receiving end of a basketball clinic. Connecticut's offensive struggles were painfully evident. Their field goal percentage plummeted to a mere 38.5%, a testament to the Lynx's suffocating defense. Alyssa Thomas, the Sun's usual powerhouse, was held to just 7 points. A quiet performance that spoke volumes about Minnesota's game plan.
Alyssa Thomas showed why she is, at times, a liability. She was horrendous. She was absolutely horrendous. She doesn't look at the basket.
But it wasn't just about defense. The Lynx offense was a well-oiled machine, with contributions coming from every corner. Courtney Williams stepped up big, dropping 24 points and bringing energy on both ends of the court. Her performance was a reminder that in playoff basketball, anyone can be the hero that tips the scales. The atmosphere in the Target Center was electric, a sellout crowd fueling the Lynx's confidence. With every Minnesota basket, the roar grew louder, a stark contrast to the silence emanating from the Sun bench. This wasn't just a game, it was a statement.
Against a very tough Minnesota Lynx team that, especially in Game 2, gave them a dose of their own medicine, got into the body, very physical.
DeWanna Bonner's post-game comments captured the Suns' shock. They just kind of punched us in the face and we got shell-shocked and then we couldn't fight back. The irony was palpable. The team known for its physicality found itself on the receiving end of a metaphorical knockout punch. As the final minutes ticked away, the realization set in. The Connecticut Sun, the team with the most playoff wins in WNBA history without a championship, would once again fall short. Their controversial path to the semifinals, marred by questionable officiating and that infamous eye poke, had finally hit its end.
Punching their ticket to the WNBA Finals.
The Lynx's victory wasn't just about advancing to the next round. It was a statement against dirty play, a reminder that true greatness comes from skill, not intimidation. For fans of fair play and clean competition, this was more than a win. It was vindication. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
You have to do more of the post-action screening now. And I also like it when you have the ball. Like, if we set a really good screen, you've got an opportunity to attack. Okay, but right now we're playing this way. Okay, we got to force them to make some fucking calls, y'all.
While Minnesota savored sweet revenge, Connecticut's locker room became a pressure cooker. What heated exchange between star players exposed the cracks in the Suns' armor? The aftermath sent shockwaves through the league. As the final minutes of Game 5 ticked away, the Suns' dream of a championship began to crumble. But the real drama was unfolding away from the cameras. During a crucial timeout, tensions boiled over between Alyssa Thomas and Dejanay Carrington. Frustrated by the team's poor performance, Thomas was seen urging Carrington to step up her game on the post-action screen. The exchange, caught by courtside observers, hinted at deeper issues within the team.
After a 7-year absence, Cheryl Reeves' Minnesota Lynx team is headed back to the finals.
This wasn't just a momentary lapse. It was a sign of a team unraveling under pressure. The Sun, known for their physical dominance, found themselves outmatched and outplayed. Their aggressive tactics, which had carried them through the season, suddenly seemed ineffective against the Lynx's disciplined approach. Alyssa Thomas, the Suns' usual powerhouse, embodied this collapse. Her stat line told a story of struggle. Just 7 points on 2 of 6 shooting. For a player accustomed to filling the stat sheets, this performance was nothing short of shocking. Social media erupted with criticism, some fans even accusing Thomas of quitting on her team when they needed her most. As news of the locker room tension spread, social media exploded with reactions. Fans who had grown tired of the Suns' aggressive tactics celebrated their downfall. Memes and jokes flooded Twitter and Instagram, with many expressing joy at seeing the bullies finally get their comeuppance. Even Nike, known for its sharp social media presence, couldn't resist taking a jab. Their post mocking the Suns' elimination went viral, adding salt to Connecticut's wounds. It was a public relations nightmare for a team already reeling from their on-court collapse. The Suns' implosion raised questions about the future of the team. Would this defeat mark the end of their bullying tactics? How would they regroup after such a public meltdown? The answers remained uncertain, but one thing was clear. The Suns' aggressive approach had backfired spectacularly.
How about we get to see her in the finals? We get Sabrina, we get Stewie. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be
For basketball purists, the Lynx's victory represented more than just a win. It was a triumph of skill over intimidation, of teamwork over individual aggression. Minnesota had proven that success in the WNBA doesn't have to come at the cost of sportsmanship. As the Lynx celebrated their triumph over the Suns' aggressive tactics, a freshman sensation was quietly rewriting the WNBA playbook. Caitlin Clark's arrival in Indiana didn't just breathe new life into a struggling franchise. It ignited a basketball revolution.
Caitlin Clark finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing in quite some time.
Clark's impact on the Fever was nothing short of extraordinary. In her debut season, she shattered 62 records and redefined expectations. Clark proved she was more than just hype. She became the first rookie to post a triple-double not just once, but twice, and set a new single-game assist record with 19. Clark also set a new single-season assist record with 337 assists for the season, ironically beating the previous record set by Alyssa Thomas, establishing herself as one of the most dynamic players in WNBA history. Remember that infamous body check? The collision between Alyssa Thomas and Caitlin Clark sent shockwaves through the WNBA community. Fans erupted in outrage, flooding social media with heated comments. "That's not basketball," one fan exclaimed, while another called it a cheap shot leaning in with the shoulder. The debate raged on, with supporters and critics alike weighing in on the controversial play. Throughout the season, Clark faced physical play that would have rattled many rookies, but time and time again, she proved her resilience. The incident with Alyssa Thomas was just one example of the challenges she faced. Yet, Clark's response was always the same. Let her game do the talking. And in this case, revenge was truly sweet as she broke Thomas's record. But Clark's influence extended far beyond the stat sheet. Her arrival transformed the Fever from perennial underdogs to playoff contenders. After a rocky 1-win, 8-loss start, Indiana surged to a 19-win and 12-loss record, clinching their first playoff berth since 2016. Clark's electrifying play style and infectious enthusiasm turned Gainbridge Fieldhouse into the hottest ticket in town, with home games averaging over 17,000 fans.
She just absolutely did it all and became a magnet for attention and an icon for sports fans, certainly little girls, certainly mine as well, playing her basketball and watching her play.
The contrast between Clark's joyful approach to the game and the Suns' physical tactics couldn't be starker. While Connecticut relied on intimidation, Clark let her skills do the talking. Her precision passing, clutch shooting, and court vision showcased basketball at its most beautiful and exciting. Fans and fellow players alike were drawn to her positive energy and team-first mentality.
C-Squared, what's up, friend? I just want to say congratulations on the award, man. You deserve it. You've changed the world in so many ways. You've done it with so much grace. And I'm so happy to take the floor with you, to be a part of this experience. I want to tell you to give yourself some grace, kid. You've done a lot of things that not a lot of people can do. And from me to you, I'm always going to be a fan. I'm always going to be in your corner. I'm always going to be in your backcourt.
The Fever's offseason strategy focuses on addressing defensive weaknesses while maximizing Clark's playmaking abilities. With the 3 picks in the upcoming draft and ample cap space, Indiana is poised to add key pieces that complement their new superstar. The goal isn't just to compete, it's to dominate. Clark's debut campaign earned her Rookie of the Year and a 4th-place finish in MVP voting, a virtually unprecedented feat for a first-year player. Some might even argue she deserves much higher than 4th, considering the overall value she has brought the team and the league. The ripple effects of Clark's success extend beyond Indiana. Her popularity has boosted WNBA viewership and attendance league-wide. Young players now dream of emulating her style, combining flashy play with unselfish teamwork. In Clark, the WNBA has found not just a superstar, but an ambassador for the game's brightest future.
But make no mistake, Caitlin Clark is doing things beyond her years.
The fall of the Connecticut Sun Bullies marks a turning point in WNBA history. As their aggressive tactics crumbled, a new era of positive basketball culture emerged, led by rising stars like Caitlin Clark. Her electrifying play and sportsmanship have set a new standard for the league. Now, all eyes turn to the WNBA Finals showdown between the Minnesota Lynx and the New York Liberty. It's a clash of titans, with the Lynx chasing a record-breaking 5th championship and the Liberty hungry for their first title. As this thrilling season reaches its climax, one thing's clear: skill, teamwork, and fair play are the true champions. The message echoes loud. In basketball and life, let your game do the talking. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.